Hello everyone and welcome to the Draft Review Series presented by Deep Fried Draft. My name is Brian Bosarge and continue in the NFC West now with the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams, for a team that didn't have a pick in the first two rounds, they were certainly busy, ended up with 11 draft picks. At one point in time, I believe they had 7 sixth-round picks before they ended up trading away a couple of them and whatnot. But let's get right into it. Their first pick did not come until pick 89 in the third round. They picked Joe Noteboom, offensive tackle from TCU. I'm going to tell you all I need to know about Joe Noteboom. And this may be more of a plus for Shaquem Griffin than it is a negative for Joe Noteboom. But there was a play in practice. They were running a goal line drill at Senior Bowl practice. Shaquem Griffin took his one good arm that he has and threw Joe Noteboom out of the way to make the play in the backfield. Now, Joe Noteboom is about 6 inches, 7 inches taller than Shaquem Griffin and outweighs him by about 100 pounds. And Shaquem Griffin just threw him out of the way like a sack of garbage and made the play in the backfield. That told me no on Joe Noteboom. Their fourth round pick, Brian Allen, guard center from Michigan State. I had him as with a 6th, 7th round grade. I honestly didn't even know if he'd get drafted, but he goes here in the 4th round to the Rams. Their other 4th round pick is another guy who I didn't know that he would even get drafted. He was a combine invite, played in the NFLPA game. John Franklin Myers, edge rusher from Stephen F. Austin. You're noticing a trend here. Their 5th round pick, Micah Kaiser, linebacker from Virginia. Highly productive player, very, very smart, intelligent guy. Had the pleasure of interviewing him at the Senior Bowl. Said he's one of the most productive players in college football with the linebacker position, but athletically limited, to put it nicely. Should be a core contributor on their special teams, though. Their 5th round pick 160, was the best pick they had in the entire draft when they picked Ogbanya Okoronkwo, edge rusher from Oklahoma. They needed some edge rushers. Okoronkwo is twice the player that Franklin Myers is, who went 25 picks ahead of him. I think he's going to be a heavy contributor in their sub packages early on as a rookie. Another guy who I think could contribute on their team as a backup running back, John Kelly from Tennessee. He's another guy who I thought could have been a 4th round pick, but goes in the 6th round here. Jamil Demby, offensive tackle from Maine. He was solid at the Senior Bowl, not great. He was okay. He was about as on par with Joe Noteboom, if we're going to be honest about it. Sebastian Joseph, defensive lineman from Rutgers, never watched him, have no clue. Trevon Young, edge rusher from Louisville. Traven Howard, linebacker from TCU. And Justin Lawler, edge rusher from SMU. Now, this guy I like. I do like Justin Lawler. He's a hustle guy. Can get after the quarterback. He's a guy who I think could make their team as a reserve. Some notable undrafted players. T. Gray Scales, linebacker from Indiana, I think is going to make this team. I think he's a better linebacker than Micah Kaiser that they drafted in the 5th round. I definitely think he's a better linebacker than Traven Howard. T. Gray Scales, I think, makes this team as a reserve linebacker, special teams guy with a chance down the road to, make a bigger impact. I like quarterback Luis Perez from Texas A&M Commerce. I think is a guy, they can keep him on the practice squad this year, great. Maybe as the number 3 quarterback if they keep 3. I think he's a guy that, down the road could develop. Couple of safeties I like. Stephen Parker from Oklahoma. Afalabi Laguda from Colorado. A couple of guys, both could fight for practice squad spots with the Rams. Total pick value for LA, 28th. Average pick value, 27th. They only had one pick. Only had one pick in the top 100, and that was Noteboom, so they finished 26th for money value with a minus 88 value. That just goes to show you how bad some of the other 6 teams were below them. But overall, like I said, it's hard to really do anything with only 1 pick in the top 100. But they was just throwing darts at some of these guys on the 3rd day. That's going to do it for the Rams. Coming up, San Francisco 49ers. Thanks for watching.